These goldfish are so big, the old machines could not handle them. Everything in this factory was built for speed, but size broke the system.
Today, we are going inside the redesign that saved the snack and the one mistake that almost cost millions.
Megabytes are 3 times thicker than the original. On a production line running at 5,000 pieces per minute, that thickness is a nightmare.
To bake these without burning the outside, the factory had to slow down. And in this business, slow is dangerous.
If they bake these like normal goldfish, they fail every single time. Later, I will show you the secret ingredient that stops them from exploding.
Every minute this line slows down, the company loses tens of thousands of dollars. But if they speed up, the entire batch is trash.
Heat does not travel fast enough to reach the center of a megabyte without the outside turning to charcoal. It is a physics problem no one saw coming.
It takes 40% more dough just to start the line. A standard machine expects a standard size, but these, they are 3 times the volume, and that changes everything. The old guide rails weren't built for this girth. One jam can stop a $1 million line in seconds. To fix the bake, they had to slow the entire factory down. In this business, slow means lost revenue.
Why not just turn up the heat? Because this is what happens. A total loss.
So how do you mass produce something that literally breaks the system meant to build it?
During the first month, more of these ended up in the trash than in the bag. The scale was a nightmare. They are heavier. Put them in a standard hopper, and the ones at the bottom get crushed by their own weight.
The cheese coating was the next disaster. On a surface this big, the powder doesn't just stick, it clumps.
When the dough gets this thick, it stops acting like food and starts acting like concrete.
They had to trade speed for raw power. 3 tons of pressure just to get one perfect shape.
But here is where it gets dangerous. If this cheese coating is off by even a fraction of a millimeter, the whole batch is ruined.
Most of these never make it into a bag. The smallest crack, and they're out.
The old system was built for speed, not weight. Now, gravity is the factory's biggest enemy.
Every second this line moves slow, the factory loses money. This is a multi-million-dollar gamble.
Why don't they just bake them longer? Tell me your guess in the comments before I show you the answer.
If they bake these like normal goldfish, the outside burns while the inside stays raw.
The answer lies inside here. A tunnel designed to do what no normal oven can.
If the center stays damp while the outside crisps, the physics of steam takes over. The cracker literally implodes from the inside.
A bigger surface area means more room for error. Too much cheese and it burns? Too little and it's just flavorless bread. Lasers scan every single megabyte in milliseconds. If the shape is off by a fraction of an inch, it's gone.
Here is the reality. Most of these never make it into a bag. Millions of dollars are lost every time this line fails to balance the heat.
To survive the bake, they had to reinvent the pressure. They don't just cut the dough, they compress it into a high-density structure. Normal pressure leaves air pockets. These need a solid, dense core to withstand the longer journey through the heat.
This oven isn't just hot, it's twice as long as a standard production line. It gives the fish time to learn how to be crunchy.
Cooling them too fast creates micro cracks. They have to rest while moving, transitioning through 4 different temperature zones.
They don't make them faster, they make them smarter. In this factory, patience is actually more profitable than speed.
A normal goldfish is thin. It bakes in seconds. But these, they are nearly 3.
Once the system balances, the scale becomes terrifying. This is only one shift.
If you bake the outside too fast, the inside stays raw. If the center stays raw, the entire batch is trash within days.
And the cheese? It's delicate. Most seasonings burn long before this much dough is actually cooked.
To fix this, the factory had to do the one thing no business wants to do. They had to slow down.
Every second lost is 1,000 crackers that never exist. We are talking millions of dollars in lost speed every single hour.
Look at this. Most of these never make it into a bag. The standards are so high, the slightest bubble means it's out.
Manual override engaged.
Warning neutralized. Systems stable.
They discovered that by changing the pressure inside the machine, they could force the dough to stay crispy, even when it's huge.
Why don't they just bake them longer? Because they'd turn to stone. Instead, they use air as a highway for heat. But even with the pressure and the air, they needed one more thing. A tunnel so long, it shouldn't even fit in this factory.
If you bake these like a normal goldfish, the outside burns before the middle even gets warm.
Too much heat too fast, and these crackers effectively become tiny pressure cookers. Until they pop.
But cool them too fast? They shatter. It's a delicate balance between heat and ice.
This is why the factory had to grow. You can't rush the physics of a bigger bite.
Look inside. That honeycomb structure is what makes the crunch louder than any other cracker. Now they're cool, but they're naked. Most snacks are just sprayed with oil and powder, but these, their size makes that impossible.
If you just spray them, the center stays dry while the edges get soggy.
Too much oil and the whole cracker collapses under its own weight. It's a delicate balance that normal goldfish never have to worry about.
This part decides whether the entire batch gets thrown away. One patch of missing cheese, and they're out.
Now that they're seasoned, the scale gets terrifying. Because they're so big, they need space, a lot of it.
This isn't just a snack line. It's a river of orange that never stops. Millions of megabytes every single day.
Every hour, this line moves enough weight to equal a small car. If the belt stops, the sheer mass would snap the old rollers.
We're looking at only one shift. There are 3 shifts a day, 7 days a week. The machine never sleeps because it can't afford to.
They don't just cut them faster. They use specialized hydraulic spikes to keep the dough from collapsing. At this size, the dough is 40% denser. Standard belts would literally sag under the weight.
Cool them too fast, and they shatter. The factory has to simulate a humid afternoon just to keep them whole.
They had to rebuild the ovens. These tunnels now stretch over 300 feet just to get the crunch right.
Now that they have mastered the shape, the scale becomes almost impossible to comprehend.
This isn't just a production line. It's an infinite river that never stops, 24 hours a day.
One single line pushes out 60,000 of these every 60 minutes. That's 1,000 every minute.
And they don't just have one line. They have dozens, all synced by a central computer to prevent a national shortage. This is the moment of truth. This sensor decides if the entire batch gets packaged or thrown in the trash.
In just one shift, they produce enough to fill an entire swimming pool. But one mistake can ruin it all.
The ones that pass aren't just snacks. They're the elite survivors of a brutal mechanical selection process.
Next comes the flavor storm, a rotating vortex where the cracker's massive size finally becomes its biggest advantage.
Because these are 3 times larger, They have 3 times the surface area to catch and hold the intense seasoning mist.
This isn't just dusting. It's a kinetic bond, forced into every crevice by the sheer weight of the tumbling batch. From here, the scale becomes incomprehensible. This belt alone carries enough to fill a professional sports stadium.
This is where the form, fill, seal happens, the moment the megabytes are finally shielded from the air. They aren't just bags of air. That nitrogen flush is the only reason these stay crunchy for 6 months. Look at the horizon. This isn't just one line, it's a dozen, all fighting the same massive scale. If a human tried to pack these at this speed, the entire line would back up in seconds. We all grew up with the smile, but we never expected the smile to grow up with us.
Does a cracker this big really taste better? Or is the engineering what makes it satisfying? Tell us in the comments.
Every single millimeter of this airy, crispy interior was fought for in the engineering labs.
It took months of recalibrating every sensor just to handle the extra weight of these giants.
When the factory hums like this, you're hearing the sound of thousands of tiny calculations per second. What looks like a simple snack is actually one of the most controlled food processes in America. From a broken system to a perfected cycle, these giants have finally found their home. At this scale, even a millimeter of extra thickness could cause the whole bag to burst during shipping. If it isn't perfect, it's out. Thousands of dollars in product are sacrificed every hour to maintain this exact standard.
Even the bags had to be reinforced. Standard plastic would tear under the weight of these giants. This factory produces millions of these every single day. And yet, the demand never slows down.
What looks like a simple snack is actually one of the most controlled food processes in America. They leave the factory by the ton, ready to challenge the shelves of every grocery store in the country.
Next time you see one of these, remember the machines that almost broke trying to make them. Subscribe for more factory secrets.
So, are you sticking with the classic? Or is the megabyte too big for you to handle? Let us know in the comments.